Kia ora koutou. What's happening in Wellington with Tory Whanau and that email is not just happening in Wellington. I research online harassment, online violence, particularly gender-based violence against politicians, not just in New Zealand, but in comparison to other Western states. So I've looked at the trends in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in Australia, in Sweden, in Finland, in the Netherlands, and they all point to the same thing. One, online abuse, online harassment happens to all politicians and it is increasing. However, online violence against women tends to be gendered. And gendered meaning that the kind of abuse they receive is only directed towards women and not against their male counterparts. So it is more sexualized, more violent, more targeted. The results of online harassment is also very similar across all of those states as well. Women tend to, in response to receiving a lot of online harassment, self-centered. They don't speak out as much as they would have or did before. They go to fewer public events. They reduce their social media presence. In some research, in some cases, women candidates do not stand again because of the online harassment they received during the last campaign or during their tenure as a politician. Or they leave early, they change careers earlier than they originally planned because of the online harassment that they've received. And that's the point. The point of the targeted online harassment campaigns and gender disinformation campaigns against women leaders is to destabilize their leadership. It is to silence women and make them less visible across public platforms. Women becoming less visible, less active as politicians, I do not need to tell you, has drastic consequences for the human rights of women, women's equality, and representative democracy. So what can we do? What should we do if the human rights of women are being threatened this way? Well, my research is about law and regulation. So in relation to that, I think that, yeah, we need to regulate social media platforms that amplify the violence. The reason this disinformation spreads so easily, hate spreads easily, is because of the architecture of social media platforms that benefit engagement, or things that are engaging. The more hateful, the more engagement it gets. So firstly, we need to strengthen platform regulation. So we need laws that require social media platforms to act faster and more transparently when abuse happens. Right now, they hold too much power and little accountability. So in New Zealand we have the Harmful Digital Communications Act, but it's not designed for coordinated political or gendered abuse at scale, the kind of abuse that female politicians receive. So a modernised regulatory framework like the UK's Online Safety Act could help if properly enforced. And I guess I just want to finish by saying that none of this is about censorship or silencing political scrutiny or political speech. It's about protecting democratic participation. Until we treat online abuse as a serious barrier to political gender equality, women will keep paying the price.